The O.J. Simpson trial, the trial of the century involving the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The O.J. Simpson trial, often referred to as the trial of the century, captivated the world in the mid-1990s. It was a legal case unlike any other, combining a high-profile celebrity, gruesome murders, and a highly publicized courtroom drama that sparked debates about race, celebrity, justice, and the criminal justice system. The case involved O.J. Simpson, a former football star and television personality, who was accused of the brutal murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. The trial became a media sensation, raising questions about the American legal system and the way race and celebrity status intersect with justice. The murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. Nicole Brown Simpson, the ex-wife of O.J. Simpson, was found brutally murdered outside her home in the exclusive Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles on June 12, 1994. Her friend Ron Goldman, a 25-year-old waiter, was also found dead at the scene. Both had been stabbed multiple times, and the crime scene was gruesome, with blood spattered across the area. The murders were particularly shocking due to the violent nature of the killings, and Nicole's previous history of domestic abuse at the hands of O.J. Simpson added a chilling context to the crime. Nicole had been married to O.J. Simpson for 7 years, and their relationship had been turbulent. The couple divorced in 1992, and Nicole had sought multiple restraining orders against Simpson in the years following their split. Many reports indicated that Simpson had been physically abusive toward her, and friends and family members spoke out about his controlling and violent behavior. However, despite these warnings, Simpson maintained a high public profile, and his fame as a sports icon, actor, and advertising spokesperson allowed him to avoid public scrutiny regarding his personal life. On the night of June 12, Nicole and Ron had been at a restaurant, where they had met briefly before Nicole invited Ron to accompany her back to her home. After arriving at her residence, both Nicole and Ron were attacked by an assailant who approached them in the dark. Their murders would ultimately set the stage for one of the most sensational criminal trials in history. The discovery of evidence. When police arrived at the crime scene, the evidence was compelling. Blood was found at the scene, including bloody shoe prints, a bloody glove, and the victim's blood, all of which seemed to point toward a single suspect. Investigators quickly focused on O.J. Simpson due to his tumultuous relationship with Nicole and his proximity to the crime scene. Simpson's movements on the night of the murders were also scrutinized. According to the timeline, Simpson had been at home in the hours leading up to the murders, and he had an alibi that suggested he had been getting ready for a flight to Chicago. However, a bloody glove was found near his home, and forensic analysis of the bloodstains found on the glove, shoes, and Simpson's vehicle led police to believe Simpson was the prime suspect. Furthermore, Simpson's behavior following the murders was suspicious. He did not immediately cooperate with police, and his erratic behavior, including a highly publicized car chase on June 17, 1994, heightened the suspicion surrounding him. Simpson's infamous white Ford Bronco, driven by his friend Al Cowlings, was followed by dozens of police vehicles in a slow-speed chase across Los Angeles as Simpson was allegedly en route to turn himself in. The chase was broadcast live on television, capturing the attention of millions of viewers. Simpson eventually returned to his home, where he was arrested and charged with the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. His arrest was the beginning of what would become an unprecedented legal spectacle. The legal teams, the Dream Team and the prosecution. The trial of O.J. Simpson was unlike any other, largely due to the personalities and skills of the legal teams involved. Simpson's defense team, which came to be known as the Dream Team, consisted of high-profile attorneys who were experts in criminal law. The most prominent of these was Robert Shapiro, who had initially been hired to represent Simpson but soon brought in a team of legal experts that included Johnny Cochran, a former prosecutor, and famed defense attorney, F. Lee Bailey, who had gained a reputation for his legal acumen, Alan Dershowitz, a renowned appellate lawyer, and Carl Douglas, a civil rights attorney. The Dream Team was known for its strategy of casting doubt on the credibility of the prosecution's evidence, particularly focusing on the LAPD's handling of the case and allegations of racial bias. The defense team also attempted to paint Simpson as the victim of a corrupt system, pointing to police misconduct and the alleged planting of evidence by officers. One of the most famous moments in the trial occurred when Johnny Cochran, addressing the jury, said the now famous phrase, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." This was in reference to a key piece of evidence, a bloody glove found at the crime scene that seemed to match a glove found on Simpson's property. When Simpson attempted to try on the glove in the courtroom, it appeared to be too small for his hand, which was used to cast doubt on the prosecution's case. The prosecution team, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, was faced with a challenge in trying to present a case strong enough to convict Simpson. They relied heavily on physical evidence, such as DNA analysis, blood spatter patterns, and the infamous glove, which were supposed to be their smoking gun. They also aimed to demonstrate Simpson's motive, his alleged jealousy and violent history with Nicole Brown Simpson. However, the defense team relentlessly attacked the credibility of the evidence, and the public, as well as the jury, seemed to become more skeptical of the prosecution's case. The media frenzy. The O.J. Simpson trial became a media circus, attracting global attention from television networks, journalists, and the public. The trial was broadcast live on television, and its dramatic nature made it a constant topic of discussion in the media. The case sparked debates about race, class, celebrity, and the criminal justice system. Simpson, as an African-American former NFL star, was viewed by many as an icon in the black community, while others saw him as a wealthy and entitled celebrity who had used his influence to avoid justice. The role of race in the trial became a major issue, particularly because the prosecution attempted to present Simpson as a member of the African-American community who was the victim of a racist justice system, while the defense worked hard to suggest that the LAPD was racially biased and had mishandled the evidence. One of the pivotal moments came when Detective Mark Furman, a key witness for the prosecution, was shown to have made racist remarks on tape. This damaged the credibility of the prosecution's case and allowed the defense to argue that the evidence had been tampered with by racist officers. The media's coverage of the trial was intense, with constant live broadcasts and round-the-clock analysis of every aspect of the case. The trial became a national obsession, with millions tuning in to watch Simpson's every move. People from all walks of life followed the case closely, and the trial dominated conversations at work, in schools, and in social settings. The verdict, not guilty. After months of testimony, legal maneuvers, and dramatic moments, the case went to the jury for deliberation on October 3, 1995. The jury, which was composed of 10 women and 2 men, deliberated for only a few hours before returning with a verdict. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The verdict shocked many, and the reactions were polarized. Some viewed Simpson's acquittal as a triumph of justice, believing that the prosecution had failed to prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. Others saw the verdict as a reflection of the failure of the justice system, particularly in terms of how race and celebrity impacted the trial. Simpson's acquittal was seen by many as a victory for the defense's strategy of exploiting racial tensions and flaws in the investigation. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.